Hi guys, welcome Scorpio to your June 2025 reading, or it can be timeless whenever you find this. Sometimes I go back to old videos and like see what happened, and it either aligns with where I was back then or what's coming up, so it's kind of interesting and fun to watch anyway. But Scorpio, this is your June 2025, so let's jump in. I'm going to pull a few cards for your career and finances and your job work situation, basically your hustle, right? And then your love life. So let's get started. I'm not going to take these because they fell out too quickly. Let's do career. So 2 cards. Oh my goodness, you guys. Career. Okay, 3 cards it is. 3 cards for your career, if you can see that. So 3 cards for career, and then let's do love down here. I'm going to keep those not turned over yet, though, so we can focus on career first. So what is Scorpio's June 2025 looking like for love? Love for Scorpio, please, in June 2025. Love, Scorpio, June 2025. And this one. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. So at your career, it looks like you're having a little bit of a tough time with your job right now, or in your finances, or your career life. You either don't like what you're doing, or you don't see a lot of progress in it, or you're not really seeing it like the optimistic side of it, or like how you can grow. It almost feels like you're, I don't want to say stuck at a dead-end job, but you're not really seeing a lot of action or a lot of potential in what you're currently spending your time on. I had a few cards dropped, so let's take a look. So this is my signifier card. This is you, whether you're male, female, however you identify, this is you. This is a symbol, this symbolizes you and your career. So whatever financial endeavor you have going on, whatever career you have going on, there is a stroke of good luck, though, that's coming your way, and we're going to get into that. But right now it feels like there's like kind of a burden on you, whether this job doesn't pay enough, or it's like you're barely making ends meet, or there doesn't seem to be a lot of like future potential in this career. You don't really see like there's a lot of promotability at your job, or there's not a lot of places to go or extra duties, or you might just be generally bored with what you're doing. Like maybe it doesn't really excite you and you don't really like, some of the job duties that it has or that it entails. But it looks like you're going to be having some kind of stroke of good luck here. The tide is changing. It may be this. The thing is with the clover, this is the clover and the lenormand. The clover is a stroke of good luck, but the key word is it's kind of fast. Like it happens quickly, and it's serendipitous in the fact that it just happens out of the blue, but it kind of goes away very quickly. So you kind of want to jump on the momentum and ride it out as much as you can when it happens. So let's see what we got as clarifiers. I'm not taking reversals today. Yeah, you might be stuck in a toxic, this one also fell out. You might be stuck in a little bit of a toxic environment here at work. You might have a difficult boss or someone that's a little bit direct in the way that they treat you. This could be a coworker as well, but there's someone in your energy at work that is a little bit brutal with their words. They're very direct, they're very honest, but it feels a little bit like too much for you at work, maybe critical. Or maybe just not exactly a team player. It might be an environment where everybody's a little bit of like a shark, and you kind of have to be a shark in order to survive. And maybe you're more of a collaborative, like natural leader where you don't really, you don't play the like out for myself game. And that might be kind of difficult in this environment because it does feel like you kind of have to be out for yourself and look out for yourself and kind of, they always say there's no I in team. It doesn't feel like a team environment. It feels like very much like you have to do, if it's sales, for example, sales is a great example of this, where you're kind of on your own, right? You have to really, sales is a very like pass or fail. You either are the victor or you failed. There's no kind of in between. And so it feels kind of like that. And you might be strategizing. You might be in a place where you're kind of looking to get out, right? Looking for other options and other opportunities that you might have, maybe. But it's funny, like this card, I love the Two of Wands because it tells me that you're in a very good place. I know you don't feel that way. It doesn't feel like you're you're sort of, it feels like you're stuck, right? And it feels like you're not in the best place possible. And there's no job opportunities or promotion opportunities. Maybe the pay isn't well. Maybe it's a little bit of a toxic environment with some people here, some dynamics. But it does feel like you have a lot of, potentially open doors, especially with this energy coming through. I think you might see a breakthrough soon. Can we know more about this breakthrough, the clover, the serendipity that's happening here, please? 2 more. With Scorpio's career in June, please. Oh, my goodness. Okay, 2 and 3. So we have the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Okay, yes. It's a little bit difficult situation where you're at. Maybe you got demoted, or maybe they just you realize that maybe they'll have layoffs soon potentially, or that they're going to be redistributing some people, or whatever the situation is. It is a little bit difficult at work, and you are going to have to sort of find the strength within yourself to save your space. Again, it might be that situation, like I said earlier, where everybody's kind of off for themselves and kind of like you need to be a little bit of a shark. It's this energy where you kind of have to defend yourself, and you kind of have to like prove yourself even. It kind of gives me that feeling. And you might be a little bit confused on where to go. I like the 7 of the 7 of Cups as well. I know most people are like, oh, different options and confusion and all this stuff. But it's opportunity. Right? You have all of this opportunity. Look, he literally has the world in his hands. So you can go left, right, sideways, horizontal, vertical, like wherever you want to go. The possibilities are endless. You just have to be clear about what it is that you want. And you kind of have to, there's sort of a difficult situation here. Both of these cards talk to me about sadness, depression, grieving. So maybe you got this job and it isn't exactly what you thought it was going to be, or maybe it's not living up to its expectations that you had in some way. It feels like maybe your hopes were kind of dashed from you because it's not living up to what you thought it would be. But you have other opportunities and other options coming in. I kind of feel like it's specifically in the month of June, something is going to happen where your luck kind of turns around in this environment. I feel like you're going to be able to sort of see how much opportunity and options you actually have coming in for you in June. Because I think that June maybe is when you really start working on your either resume or your, LinkedIn or Indeed profiles, whatever, or you really start networking, or you really, think about how you're going to be moving forward, because maybe this job isn't just, maybe, let's be clear, maybe it's just not the right job for you, or maybe it's just not the right opportunity for you, and you have to look elsewhere to other projects or other things, other forms of other avenues to make income. But I do see doors opening for you in the near future. I just think that you're going to have to put in some effort to make these things happen for you, and really think about where it is that you want to go, and what it is that you see for yourself coming into June. But I do see something fortunate happening for you. Let's see one more card. I want another card. Let's see this one. I'm going to do a new one. One more card about this. What can we expect for the clover for Scorpio? For Scorpio, June 2025. What can we expect? Yeah, momentum, exactly. I thought so too. Something is going to be happening for you, and there is going to be a turnaround. You're going to need to ride out the wave, though, with this momentum. This is my 2-month card. So between the month of June into the end of July, you're going to see a big change in this environment. But you're going to have to put in the effort, and you're going to have to be very clear about what it is that you want moving forward. What is it that you want in a job? What kind of boss do you want? What kind of colleagues do you want? Is it, what are you looking at in terms of income bracket? What's the minimum you can make? What's the maximum that, well, we all don't have maximums, right? But like what, and the thing is too, with money, if you have toxic people in your environment, the money might just not be worth it, right? So as long as you find a place that you fit in, I think that that's going to be important for you. But I think that you really, really have to be clear about what it is that you're looking for and go after it, because there are opportunities available to you. And this is a stroke of luck. Now, with this stroke of luck, the clover, this is not something that you do. This is external. This is good luck coming in for you that you can't control. This is the work that you put in, right? These 3 cards, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Wands, this is all planning and strategizing and considering, doing a pros and cons list of the things that you want, manifesting it, right? Basically like throwing it out into the universe, doing all the affirmations, doing all the stuff. This is also all internal work that you need to do, right? But this is external. This is a lucky break. Something good will happen to you, for you, in the month of June in your career, and you got to ride the wave. This is momentum. This is things coming into you, but you got to put in the effort in order for it to happen. And again, this is going to carry on into the end of July. Okay, so that's really good news. So let's do your love for June 2025. I'll put these away. Okay, so for love, you got the letter, the ship, and the storks. I love this card. I love that. Like, I always say positive things, I guess, about the cards, because I do. I think that they're great. So in your love, there's going to be incoming communication from someone that you're interested in, potentially. This is going to be a new sort of a new dawn for you two, a new break in your relationship, in your connection, right? So let's get a little bit more clarifiers for what this message is. So let me do 1, 2, 3. For class, please. Clarifiers for Scorpio, June 2025. In love. What is this message about? What is this incoming message about? What's the intention of the message? Ooh, it's this one. And, oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to take this one too because it fell out. Okay. So, isn't that beautiful? 10 of Cups. 9 of Swords. 4 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. This is awesome. This is a message that you've been waiting for. If you have been waiting for that special someone to ask you out on a date, they're going to ask you out on a date. If you have been waiting because you're a little bit in separation of the person that you like, you're taking a little bit of some distance, they're going to be contacting you and reaching out with an offer. This could be, this is something to celebrate. This is something that's going to make you very, very happy. This is something that you've been worried about. And it's going to bring in, or sort of welcome in a new season of life for this connection. It's almost going to breathe life back into it. I feel like it's been through a little bit of a, I don't want to say like a dark cycle, but maybe there's a cycle that you guys have kind of been ending or kind of trying to get away from, right? But you guys are going through something that's new. You might also be learning something from this person. They might be coming in clean about something. Not coming, I don't like to say coming in clean because it sort of makes you think that they've been hiding something, or they, you know, were deceitful in some way. That's not what I mean. But you might be learning something about this person, meaning this person might tell you, hey, you know what? I haven't told you this, but I've kind of, you know, been struggling with work a little bit, you know. For example, again, the sales, I'm going to use the sales example again. You know, sales haven't really been up, so I've been a little bit stressed at work, so I haven't really been giving. I know I've been neglecting you a little bit, but I'm really busy at work, right? Something that you didn't know that has potentially been impacting this connection. But I think your patience has paid off, because I think that you have been patient, and I think that this is a message that you have been waiting for a while. This tells me that there was a little bit of a break between you guys, at least you guys talking or communicating, or at least there has been a lull in the amount of communication that you guys have had recently. But what an amazing spread. Look at this. You have the communication coming in. Probably this, more than likely, this is a text, right? Let's be real. This is a text or instant message or something like that. However you guys communicate, and it's coming in to welcome in a new dawn, a new season of life. And you have the 10 of Cups, and you have the 4 of Wands. That's just beautiful. Like, this is something to celebrate. This is something that's going to make you guys very happy. And I think that it's something that you guys have been waiting for a really long time. So let's see what else we have for clarifiers. I need 3 clarifiers, please. It's also something that you guys, there's a person here that's a person of interest, right? I feel like it's not necessarily new or I don't know if it's a crush. I guess it could be a crush if you really like them and they really like you, and they've kind of been lollygagging, you know, like dragging their feet, asking you out. I could see why, you know, you've been waiting and you've been patient, but it looks like, again, your patience is paying off. Oh my gosh, how cute. You guys got a great card. I have really great viewers, I'll tell you, because like I get these two cards quite often, so I don't know who you guys are, but you guys have some good cards coming. Some good love luck. So you got the Lovers card clarifying. Yeah, they like you a lot. This is a strong connection, you guys. There's a lot of chemistry here. There's a lot of emotional compatibility. It's kind of like I don't want to say like, I don't think you guys are opposites, okay? I think that even if you guys look and act differently, I think that there's there's a thread of connectedness that you two share emotionally. There's like an emotional bond there that connects you, where you two kind of understand each other and speak the same language. And I think it's a type of connection that's very rare and difficult to find. And I think that that's why, you know, this relationship is going to be moving forward, because I think that there's a very strong connection and bond there, and I think both of you kind of, you know, really want it. Look at that. King of Cups. Yes, there's a lot of feelings here. It's funny that I said emotional connection as well, because the King of Cups is my emotional maturity card. This is a person that has that knows themselves and knows themselves well. Like, for example, if you ask them at any moment, what are you feeling right now? This person's going to be able to answer you. Not everyone is like that. Some people can tell you, are sort of unaware of their feelings, right? They're not really in tune with their feelings at any given moment. Or other people are more in tune with other people's feelings, and they can tell you what you're feeling, but they can't tell you what they're feeling, right? This person's not like that. That person has a good amount of emotional awareness, and they're balanced emotionally, where they can tell you what they're feeling. This person, this is such a good read. Also, with the Page of Wands, and this is your last clarifier, again, this tells me the exact same thing, that there's going to be a new season of life. There's going to be some momentum. There's going to be like an oomph, especially here. There's going to be some traction that is made for you guys in the love department, where you're going to be able to progress this connection moving forward. I feel like it's elevating, possibly in terms of commitment, right? Like if you guys are dating or kind of on and off or whatever, now you'll be dating sort of exclusively, or like vice versa, you know, like sort of continue down the path of that, like if it's like an engagement or, you know, going kind of the next level. But I feel more importantly that it'll be like a new season, a new sort of level in your relationship. It might be like even like a fun like a fun time. I know we're kind of entering summer, and it almost feels like they're going to want to spend time with you and doing fun things, especially with the Four of Wands. This is about togetherness, right? Being together, spending time together, and eventually coming into this sort of union, right? Like the Ten of Cups, which is more togetherness, more established. But I feel like there's going to be, they want to have some fun with you, and in order to do that, they kind of have to continue this relationship and to grow it. And I do see, again, there's a lot of feelings for you that they have here. Yeah, very clean energy, very nice. I like this for you guys. But anyway, Scorpio, best of luck, June 2025. Let me know how it goes. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.